Are you looking for handmade natural body care products the entire family can use? Are you looking for handmade natural body care products the entire family can use? Well, look no further. Here at KD Naturals, we have what you need. We offer a collection of all natural beard, body, facial, and holistic care products, as well as our higher inspiration candle collection. Visit us at kd-naturals.com today, where our products are inspired by the Most High and handmade with love.
Rise and shine to the morning light. Sister MJ brings the truth so bright. Health and nature in every sound. Feel the rhythm, let's get unbound. From Ahaya we get our power. Every herb, every healing flower. Sister MJ shows the way. Naturally living every day. Naturally you, naturally free, naturally living as God meant to be. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you with all your heart.
Shalom, good evening. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year and welcome. Welcome to Naturally You. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, everyone. How are you? Shalom, Sister Maria, Sister Dawn, Sister Kim. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Isn't it wonderful? You go outside and you see things are budding. Life has begun again. It's so wonderful to see. Today, we are going to talk about being purpose driven. Being purpose driven. Happy Brew Year. I love that, Sister Maria. Happy Brew Year. Yes, we are going to talk about being purpose driven, operating purpose driven all the way to the kingdom. I believe that we fail to realize that we are the ones, whether we make it in or not. Prayerfully, we all make it in, right? But because Jacob, when he was holding on to Esau's heel, there was not a break in time. There was no break in time. Therefore, we have to be ready to operate straight into for the next empire. And to do that, we are doing our glow up to give us an example of how we are to operate, what it looks like, what it could look like. We are looking at becoming who we were meant to be. If we are meant to be princesses, princes, what does that look like for us? Are we ready to walk in that? That's something we need to think about. And so tonight, we've been talking about beauty. We were doing the glow up. And it's funny because you don't feel the energy like we felt last year with the glow up. And I believe it's because we've been down this road before. And when we feel that we've been down this road before, we just figure, I can slack off, I can do this. And I think that's when the devil gives us gains opportunity to sneak in. And so we have to be more diligent, or as I said, purpose driven. So if we operate in a purpose driven manner, have purpose driven at the forefront of our minds, we're more able to understand the path that we have chosen, because it's definitely a choice. None of you are here by accident. Everybody's here by destiny or purpose, because you chose to be here. You could be anywhere else. And you may be listening to this tonight, later on after we finish the show, or tomorrow. But you are listening to this for a particular reason. And if you don't like what you're hearing, you can turn it off, right? But yes, we are here and we're going to talk about beauty. Beauty not just for a female, but I want to show beauty for a male as well. And I have a picture of what beauty looks like. For those of you who are married, you have yourself and your spouse you have to look to, care for. And it's a joint relationship because you're caring for each other, right? It's not like you just letting them, I got him, I'm married, that's okay, I'll do his laundry, or vice versa. Oh, she takes care of the laundry, she can spend the money and buy the clothes and whatever. No, it's a relationship. It's a relationship where we've woven together and you are supporting each other. Same thing with our food. The food that we put in our body, it's the same thing. It's a relationship. The water we drink. There's actually, when we drink water, there's like a symphony going on in our body with the heavens, because that water in the beginning, it was all water, and the Most High separated. So that water we're drinking is our energy, it's our life force. And it's important that we take it and look at it that way, because it's what gives us life. It's living water. So beauty is something you earn by refining the type of person you are becoming. Now, I want you all to take a look at my head. Do you see something? What do you see? I got a pimple right there. See that? Not pretty, huh? Not pretty at all. I was feeling my head today and I said, oh my goodness, I've got a pimple. And then I said, you know what? That's normal. That's part of life. Well, I've been detoxing. And when we detox, stuff comes out on our skin, right? From that liver. So I said, let me pick that and just show them what it's like. Because we forget. I tell you all, my face used to be tic-tac-toe. You could play tic-tac-toe on my face years ago. I had Accutane treatment. I had horrible skin. And when you do, it doesn't make you feel as beautiful. And then when you get it all cleared up, you take it for granted. So I had to remind myself of where I came from. So please see that, understand, it's not a life sentence. It can go away. We can fix that. And I want you to keep that in mind. As a man, if you have bad skin, rough hair on your facial hair, you can fix that. As a woman, you can fix that. And we can do that how? It's the foods that we are taking into our body. And we're going to talk about that today. And I want to look at this picture of this young man and this woman. You know, nice, clean skin, clear, and the way she's looking at him and he's looking at her, you feel that there's an attraction there, right? So beauty is something you earn by refining the type of person you are becoming on the inside first. It's the inside first, right? And how do we get this beauty? The word is consistent actions. Consistent actions. Shalom, Sister Shamaria. Shamaria. I'm just going to say Nicole. I butcher up all Hebrew names. Sorry. Sister Kanal, welcome. Shalom. And Empress Ami. And Amia. Amia is our Hebrew reading committee. Shalom, my Ak. One day I hope to meet you. It's probably going to be, Amia. Everybody knows you, but we've not seen you. So one day we'll meet, brother. So consistent actions, that's something we have to do. Beauty is creating an attractive state of physiology, mental and emotional poise, as well as spiritual presence. Now, many of us just think of beauty as, oh, it's just how we look. It's so much more than that. Our thoughts control so much of who we are and what we say, how we act. And all of that is part of our beauty. You can see somebody walk in the room and say, oh, she looks lovely, he looks lovely, they look nice. And if you heard them spewing nasty thoughts, it would change the whole way you see them. And for us, we need to look at that as in the foods we eat. What we put in our body impacts how we are on the outside, how we become. How we become. The primary behavior we all collectively participate in is, guess what? Anybody can guess? What is it that all of us do? Nobody? Anybody? Somebody? We all eat. Therefore, eating is something that we need to really take a look at. Eating and what we eat guides us on our path, because this is a journey. It's a purpose-driven journey we are taking. Every day we eating. Every day we eat food. We choose what we want to put in our mouth. Years ago, I had one of my ride or die gals that did everything together. And every day when I talked to her, she would say, I don't know what I feel like today. And I said, what? She goes, yeah, I have a taste for. I'm like, what? A taste for? She went by what she had a taste for every day. That was what she ate. Now, me, on the other hand, I go to the grocery store for the week and I plan out my meal. So that was like, I was like, oh my gosh, it sounded so crazy to me, but it's so true. We are conditioned by what we do, and what we eat and put in our mouths is such a reflection of who we become. So today we want to take a look at how we are presently today, right now, this moment in time, looking at what you ate today, let's say. Shalom, Sister Priscilla. Looking at what you ate today or you have eaten today, right? And what and how you choose to eat moving forward. Because many of us, some of us are seeing and wanting a change within our body, within our mind, within our choices, what we eat, how we eat. And then many of us want to look at what other people are saying, but we don't take the action. I want to show you what it can look like if you choose. And again, this is just sharing information on what is available to us. Some things you may have heard of, some things you may not have heard of. But again, there is a choice that you get to take. Eating determines what level of grace and elegance our body will experience from moment to moment. Now, look at that uh, platter of food there. Oh my goodness. This makes me excited about summer. Look at the watermelon with seeds, mind you. You have pineapple. You have bananas, grapes, cantaloupe, pomegranates, oranges, kiwi, lemons, limes. I mean, some days I just eat fruit all day. And one of the quickest and the best detox that you can get is grapes with seeds, of course, because you know the grapes with seeds is our natural mineral, our gold you can get in your body. Look at that papaya. The papaya, those seeds in there are natural parasitic cleansing seeds. You take those papaya seeds, blend that up with some olive oil, some some lemon, some apple cider vinegar, and you have a dressing, a little dressing you can put over your salad. And it's that simple. Little things that we can use, changing what we normally doing. But oh yes, mango. Oh, that's my favorite one, Sister Dawn. I missed that. Yes, mango as well. And a lot of us, we eat just the fruit, and some of us, we in countries where you can actually see the plant, so you can get the leaves. The mango leaves are so nutritious, and you can have that as a tea, which is very healing to the body, full of nutrients. So I want to go through the super herbs that give us our longevity. Okay, the super herbs that give us our longevity. Shalom, Sister Nina. And when I say longevity, I'm talking about foods that give us life. And I know y'all may think I'm a little extra, but I've been doing this stuff for years, and I don't eat like normal. Today at work, they were laughing at me because I was telling them about some cheese I had and how the cheese was. They said I wasn't, and I told them before that a lot of the cheese is wood pulp. And they laugh, but it's real. A lot of the cheese you see out there, like on the pizzas and whatnot, we wonder why we constipated because it's wood pulp they use, and it's not real cheese. And I was talking about how I make my own Cheez-Its. And I said I go to Aldi's and I normally get the Havarti cheese. I slice it up into squares. I put it on my parchment paper on my cookie sheet, sprinkle a little sea salt on it, and then you cook that in the oven, probably around 265 for like 15 minutes. It's nice and crisp and toasty, and it's such a great snack, especially for the children, instead of the Cheez-Its with that dye and all the coloring they put on that. It's really not good. So we need to have different alternatives. And I was talking about the cheese I had gotten from work, and I tried to make Cheez-Its, and it just melted into a sheet of plastic. And I was horrified. But what was I thinking? If I had stopped to think of where I got it from and what it was made from, I would have realized that you don't even need to try to do this. And I could have saved myself some time. But it's things like that, because it's the food that we eat and what we eat, where we getting it from, that's going to make the difference. So we have to invest in what we know and find ways to incorporate it into our day-to-day food. Now, Sister Nina, this week, I was talking to her and she said, and I hope she doesn't mind me talking about this. Anyway, she found the dragon fruit, the yellow one. And she said, "Oh, Sister MJ's always talking about this like it's so good." So she found it and she thought she was going to try it. So she bought two. And she called me about, "Oh, well, what do I do with it now?" So I said, just cut off the ends. And then once you cut off the ends, you're going to see, it's a white skin, not a white skin, it's a white fruit in there with black seeds. And so she cut it off. And then I said, slice the side like you're cutting into it, but just peel it off. And I said, and if you're like me, that skin on the inside, it has the white line, and just put it on your skin, on your face. It's a great mask. She actually did it. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, that tightened up her skin." And I was like, yes. It was something different, but she was willing to give it a try. And then she found out it tasted good. And of course, all the benefits of it being a superfood and a super beauty food. And then the tightening up was just a benefit. And those are the types of things I'm talking about. Another thing, spaghetti squash. Many of us eat pasta without spaghetti. And that pasta gets to be inflammatory. It becomes yeasty, or causes candida in the body. But we do have options with spaghetti squash. And she had bought a spaghetti squash and she cooked it. And oh my gosh, she loved it. We were on the phone and she was eating it. And I was like, girl. I mean, she was just smacking it. She said, "This is so good." And I said, yes. And that's what I've been eating. I've been doing that, substituting it. Because again, the pasta, and the thing is with spaghetti, it's kind of Moorish. You really like the taste. But I tell you, if you just take it and you cook it you put the oil on it, and then you put your salt and pepper, or you can put a pesto with it and eat that as on the side instead of the actual pasta with all that gluten. It's a great dish. Great food. All right. So let's talk about the super herbs and the super foods. And we're talking traditional medicine and our foods that we encounter that adds life to our time here. Okay? Now, activated charcoal is one that it works like the diatomaceous earth. It's like a magnet when you put that in your body, and it pulls all the toxins out. It's like a magnet. It goes in and says, "Oh, toxin." Or, the Venus flytrap, where it's like, "Go get it, go get it, go get it." Yes. You just go and get it, and it pulls those toxins out and cleans the body. If you ever have food poisoning, activated charcoal is your go-to. It will knock it out, and it will cut that sickness time down in no time. We also have shilajit, which is a resin. I'm sure many of you, there's been a big explosion of information on shilajit, and we've been doing it for years. But it's a resin that is found up in the mountains in between the rocks, has high mineral content that you can also eat. And I want you to start noticing all of these foods I'm talking about, they have something in common. They're all dark foods or beauty foods, that is the dark brown or the black foods. Then we have my favorite, chaga mushroom. And chaga, I want to tell you some information about chaga, because I don't think everyone understands the gravity of the benefits of chaga. And it has so many healing properties that I'm hoping we can take a look at, understand, and start incorporating. First of all, it is anti inflammatory, right? Chaga is anti inflammatory. It's called the king of medicinal mushrooms. It's anti-tumor, it's antioxidant and hepatoprotective. So it protects our liver, okay? And it's a powerful herb that you need to have in your health and beauty cabinet. Then it grows typically on birch trees, but in the cold climate like the Arctic. But it absorbs a beneficial compound called betulin, and that betulin decreases inflammation, has antibacterial, antiseptic, and antiviral properties. Betulin is also heart protective and can help break down bad LDL cholesterol. You know, we have the good cholesterol and the bad. It will break that down. It also naturally contains ergosterol peroxide, which has been shown to be anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory, and antiviral. And remember, there are some things that they put in the lab, they have created in the lab, allegedly, which is a virus, a bacteria, a parasite, or a fungus. And this chaga is anti anti anti-inflammatory, so therefore it reduces inflammation and promotes immune function. It's anti-tumor and antiviral, right? It also rates among the highest in antioxidants on the ORAC chart, and that ORAC is oxygen readability available. I forget the other letter what it means. But boiling a chunk of dried chaga with water produces a deep brown tea, and the darker the better. It's rich in melanin, which is an antioxidant that protects the DNA from damage and is the main pigment in our skin, right? Melanin works to keep skin supple and reduce wrinkles. It also helps our skin and protects our skin from the damaging effects of UV rays. Now, a lot of people have, and this is not UV rays, but it just came to my mind. A lot of people with the electric cars, they don't even realize it. But electric cars, because of that, they're sitting on the battery, you know. It's a high, it causes your body to go in an inflammatory state. And I guess a lot of people don't even realize it. But if you're tuned into your body and you like feeling the edge, sometimes it's like that. Putting on the Apple Watch. And sometimes if you have anxiety or you're feeling off, just take that watch off for a day or two and see if you can come back to feeling normal. Because what you don't realize is with that watch, the Wi-Fi signal is bouncing off the towers all the time, all day long. It has to find a tower to bounce off, otherwise it can't bring you that information on your wrist. Personally, I'm getting enough from the computer. I don't need to get it on my hand as well. But again, that's everybody's personal choice, right? Another antioxidant that chaga offers is SOD, we call it SOD dismutase, which is superoxide dismutase, which is extremely helpful in neutralizing damage done by free radicals, which in turn slows the physical signs of the aging process. Many people, and the body is so forgiving. The Most High made us so beautifully. When we damage the body for years and years, you can actually, in a year's time, you'll be amazed how you can rebuild that body with the right foods like what I'm talking about here tonight. In addition to all this chaga, as you all know, because you all been listening, it's an adaptogen. So if the body is stressed, if you're going through some anxiety, chaga will bring your body back to homeostasis, which is balancing all the bodies. It combats the stress. So that's why I start my day with chaga every day. Sometimes in the evening, I'll also do it before bed because it's an adaptogen again, and it can help with your sleep. So it causes the free radicals and everything causes damage to the body, and we really don't want that. It's one of those super herbs that you need to incorporate into your diet. I hate to say that word because it has diet in your lifestyle daily, and see what it does for you. Then we also have black beans, we have blackberries, we have black cumin seed oil. Now, black cumin, if you just chew on those seeds, highly nutritious. There's black currants, black maca. Now, maca is a powerhouse superfood. We'll go deeper into maca another day. There's regular maca and then there's black maca. Again, any of the black items listed here, and snap a picture of this, right? And what you'll realize is these items are, if you can incorporate these into your life, you will feel better and look better. We also have black olives. We have black radishes, black rice, which is nice and nutty. I love black rice. Very, it just tastes, I could just eat black rice by itself without anything on it. You also have black seaweed, which is like bladderwrack or nori. Again, all of these are healing our bodies, plus it's a food that's going to help increase our lifespan and give us longevity. Then we have cistanche, Cistanche. We have cordyceps, another mushroom, eucommia bark. You also have hishu wu. And I want to go into hishu wu a little bit more here because I touched on it last week, but it is an incredible food that we need to incorporate if you can because of the benefits to it. Now I have to find the page I have this on. I might have to go back to that. Let me go to another one. Let's go to the chi. Let's go to the chi, or the foods that nourish our body. Okay, it gives us the ability to create energy and move the toxins out of the body, delivering the nutrients, which is what we need. We want the energy from the food to nourish our body. Okay, and if you look at someone and you see they have clear eyes and glowing skin and overall radiance, that's a sign that all of the inside is flowing nicely. That means they're hydrated, they have low inflammation, they have good circulation, the body is oxygenated, and there's no constipation. Okay, Sister Dawn doesn't like squash, period, dot. You forgot the dot, sis. But that doesn't mean somebody else can't try it, right? The chaga you can get at the health food store. I get mine at dragonherbs.com, or you can get it on Amazon. You can get the chunks and grind it up, or you can get the capsules. I get both so that when days that I can't make my tea, I just open a capsule. Okay. Sister Nita, are you saying, was it organic, non-GMO, the squash? Okay. Something funny about organic, non-GMO. If you know your farmer, you know that it's non-GMO, right? And if you know how they practice, how they treat their plants, then you know you don't have to worry about that. You don't need to see that sticker on it. When you go to your local farmers market, just talk to them and ask them how do you, what do you spray? And once you know that they are minded in the same like-minded as you know you can go there and get the things that you need. Excellent source for us. All right, so now let us look at the nourishing super herbs. We have amla, which is a rejuvenator. Amla is Indian gooseberry. It's vitamin C, one of the highest sources of vitamin C. It's rich in SOD, superoxide dismutase. Again, SOD is what it is, and that helps increase our lifespan. Okay. The signs of premature aging and pigmentation, it just takes care of that. So the aging process is lowered. Also, we have ashwagandha. And the meaning of ashwagandha is smell of a horse, but it doesn't smell like a horse. It is a super herb that is stress reducing. And I can't stress to you enough. Stress reducing. Every one of us, I hear people every day, I'm not stressed, I'm not stressed. We live in this world, we are stressed. We just have learned to disregard it. And if you have lower back pain and you have high blood pressure, you're stressed. If you have anxiety, you're stressed. If you worry a lot, you stress. If you overthink, you stress. Do I need to go on? Do I need to go on? We're stressed. And what these foods are doing, if you can incorporate some of these, whatever you can find in your area, incorporate it and use them when your body feels stressed. Again, everyone is stressed. Babies are stressed. When they're crying, that's stress. That's stress. And they need mama's milk to calm them down. You know, when they're crying and they're shaking and their face is getting red, and it's just, they're stressed. We're all stressed, but the Most High gave us these foods to calm us down. And we need to incorporate those into our lifestyle. Now, asparagus root. Now, some people may not like asparagus, something about the taste or the smell, but it's a cleanser for the lungs. And I want you all to remember that asparagus root is good for the lungs and the liver and the blood. When you hear asparagus root, or think of Shavati. Shavati is an Indian, it's called Shavati, I believe. And it's really good, again, for the lungs, the liver, and the blood. So if you are outside and you know they're spraying all those chemtrails and you have anything going on in your lungs, get some of that and incorporate, because it's packed with vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that promote smooth, supple, soft skin and can effectively treat blemishes. It provides a rich store of vitamin C and E and can boost the production of collagen. Now, we all know about collagen, right? I hope we're connecting the dots here, which is a vital component of connective tissue. A lot of people have, they have bone on bone. That connective tissue, all that stuff around in between the bones is gone. Collagen. We know we can get it from our asparagus root. We can get it from a diatomaceous earth. There's several things you can get it from, but they're not telling us. Also, um, it helps with it protects your skin from dryness and the roots of your hair, as well as nourishing the scalp. Okay, so the asparagus root there it's spelled Shatavari, Shatavari. And I find that if any of you are around a Patel Brothers or Indian store, you can find it there. And I mentioned Hishu Wu. Let me give you quick tips about Hishu Wu that you need to know. It is called, it literally means old black haired man. So it's known to change the color of your hair from gray back to black, or retain your color of your hair. It strengthens the kidneys and the liver. And remember, the blood pressure, the top number is the adrenals, the bottom number is how your kidneys are functioning. Hishu Wu helps with the kidneys and the liver and promotes better detoxification, which allows for a more effective way of flushing toxins which contribute to aging. Now, Hishu Wu, typically when they make that, they they cook it in a black bean sauce, and it doesn't affect the taste, but it helps with the potency of it. It's known for its influence on the circulatory system. So when we go through that hiccup, we know for circulation, Hishu Wu is one of those things. Then it can also help with our oxygenation. It can help with our kidneys, which is going to be a part of our flushing out and our not being constipated. There's so many things that it will help with, as well as our blood vessels, and that's part of the circulation, because the tighter the blood vessels gets, the blood pressure rises and we have high blood pressure. It also has high levels of zinc, which supports maximum cellular proficiency, in particular muscle growth and recovery. Any athlete, they need some Hishu Wu. For men and women, it's great for treating infertility and low libido. It's also able to stimulate hormones. And we haven't really gone into hormones yet for males as well as females. And so many times the men always say, oh, that's a female thing, it's a female thing. No, it's not. Men have issues too with hormones. And it just shows up differently on them. Its effect on hormones also calms hyperactive adrenals and balances the cortisol, which can contribute to reducing belly fat. So if you got belly fat, you might want to look into Hishu Wu. Make a list of all those things and start putting down what nature gave us. Yes, H Mart. I see somebody talking about H Mart here. H Mart is in, I know Atlanta, we have H Mart, and it's a great place you can get these things. What I typically do, I go and get their name for it and then our name for it. You want to strengthen your heart? The chaga. Let's see. Also, we have loganberry, cardiovascular. Loganberry will help with that. One thing about the heart, I didn't see the sister's name that mentioned that about the heart. Oh, Sharak Kazak. That's not a sister. That's a brother. The heart runs on magnesium. Okay, so you need cacao, a good organic source of cacao, but keep in mind there's various sources of magnesium. So what I do typically every day, I have cacao in my coffee, and that is the cocoa bean before it becomes chocolate. It's in its raw form. You want to get the cleanest source is in the mountains of like Peru and whatnot. I know David Wolf, Um, he has the best source of cacao, and I've got bags of it that I just keep because it doesn't go bad, and you can blend it up in your smoothies. You can make, there's the chocolate pudding you can make with avocado, and you use cacao in there. But every day you should be having cacao, whether it is in the coffee or tea. You need to have that cacao, and make sure you have an ample amounts of magnesium, because as we get older, it's depleted out of us. And if you're around certain things, you can probably it's pulling the magnesium out of your body. Sometimes some other things that you might be taking is conflicting, and it's pulling the magnesium, and you need that for the heart. Okay. All right. So another thing that I want to talk about now, let's look at the nourishing superfoods we're talking about with ashwagandha. Astragalus works like ashwagandha. Some people don't like ashwagandha. Well, try astragalus or rhodiola. And for those of you who have, you have access to organically grown oranges and lemons and limes, and save that rind, let it dry, and then grind it up. That is the citrus peel, which breaks up stagnation. So, what is stagnation? Sometimes we have stagnation when things can't move. Constipation is a form of stagnation, okay? And we want to help those things move. So, what I've done, I take mine, I grind it up, and I have it in a jar. And so every now and then when I do smoothies, I take that and put a teaspoon in it. But it's natural vitamin C. It's going to help with the stagnation. And you didn't have to go spend a bunch of money and buy it. Okay? We also have ginseng is a great, nourishing food. You want to make sure it is a quality ginseng. You can also do a ginseng tinctures as well. You've got your goji berry. Last week I introduced you to the gynostemma tea. Excellent. Look at this. We've got beets. And make sure your beets are organic. They must be organic, because many of the beets out there now are GMO, and it's used for sugar. The sugar beets, they use them for sugar, and it's not helping us. That's where you get into your the bad issues in the body. You've got blood orange, chard, cherries, cranberry, dragon fruit we talked about, hawthorn berries, pomegranates. And you see all of these things are like red. Any red fruits are good for the heart, for that brother who mentioned that. All of these radishes, red apples, red berries, good for the heart. Tomatoes. Now, they say tomatoes may not be, but I think if for men, if you took tomatoes and you like sauteed it, then it would be okay for you. Reishi mushrooms. Reishi is kind of reddish, and that's one of the mushrooms again. And Schisandra, another excellent one for you. The red foods. There's also red clay, and that's a topical. That's something you put on for a mask, and it's very healing for the skin. It's a beauty uh, topical clay. And then there's also red salt. Now I use my red salt. I have Redmond red salt, and I use that in the bath as well. All of these things are available. No one's talking about it, but we need to know that if we look at our life more purpose driven, our walk, because what we eat is a reflection. They say you are what you eat. Literally, we are. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you need to look at what you are eating, because that's a reflection of who you are and what you've put in your body. If you like what you see, keep doing it and learn to do more and more and more. I have learned that it's not only about what we are, what we eat, it's what we absorb. So that's where we have that brain gut connection. And we talked about the yogurt and that healing and where that comes from, right? Then we know that this is a journey. It's a 24/7 journey. When we sleep in, what are we doing? When we sleeping, we are refreshing. We are revitalizing. We're restoring our body. That's when we heal. So quality sleep is also important. Take a look at it like this, brothers and sisters. It's mind, it's body, it's spirit, what you feed from the Word of God, what your belief system is, all of that, it encompasses as one. And the funny thing is, when you eating good foods, you'll notice your skin change, the texture of your hair change. And for those that, for the men don't take care of themselves good. And sometimes you see a man and you say, ooh, somebody's taking care of him. And you know how you know? He's well groomed. His skin looks great. There's the skin is cared for. You're not seeing rough skin. You're not seeing greasy skin. You're seeing nice skin. The hair's soft. The nails are nice, manicured and taken care of. They are not opaque, because usually when you see opaque nails, there's a fungus on the inside that can be cleared up, but most people think it's hereditary. These are things that we've been taught that are not correct, but we can get past those as well. We also have, lastly, because now you know me, I'm running out of time, but we have beauty nutrition, and this is what we're talking about tonight. Beauty nutrition, right? It's a behavior. We have to make this who we are with everything that we do. We have to make a decision of what we're going to do. The food that we're eating is shaping us. It's making us who we are. Sometimes you eat bad food for a couple of days and you see your thoughts are getting kind of weird. It's because of what we put in. And if we drink a lot of alcohol, let's say, or wine or whatever, and we start seeing that we're acting different, we need to take a look, because the thing with the wine and whatnot, first of all, is dehydrating us. And it's also given us some issues in our liver. And we need to make sure we're cleaning those things out regularly. A lot of us think that, oh, we can just do 30 days and detox our liver. It takes longer than that, because if we have fatty liver, there's stuff stored in the liver. We've got to pull all those toxins out, and it's going to take a while. This past week, I've been focusing on parasite cleaning still, along with my glow up, because it all comes together, right? And I felt like I was breaking out. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I getting shingles? And I thought, oh, absolutely not. Then I thought, I think what's really going on, I'm going into a deeper state of detoxing. And that can happen because the liver is cleaning out. It shows up on the skin. That's where I think that came from. Did y'all see that, Sister Debbie, and those of you that came in later? Did y'all see my imperfection on my skin? Got a pimple there. I bet you won't see it by Passover. And speaking of which, Passover is around the corner. Spring is here. Happy spring to you. I want us to be purpose-driven. Think about being more purpose-driven. Eat foods that nourish you, that fuel you. Sister Dawn ordered the things she said she ordered her she ordered her pearl, right? And she ordered what else? Her Hishu, it's in the mail. And I can't wait to hear what she thinks about it, because again, we we are what we eat and what we absorb. If we want that beauty inside out, we have to become that beauty. A lot of times we let hatred, anger, jealousy, envy build up in us. And for the women, we have fibroids, and something needs to happen there. Oh, Sister Dawn, you mean Cassandra? Cassandra. That's another good one. Beauty foods. These are all beauty foods we're talking about, correct? All these that I mentioned tonight, these are all beauty foods that if you incorporate those into your daily foods, your weekly shopping, you will see and feel the difference. Um, let's see here. Oh, I know I wanted to share something here with you all. When you think of beauty, and spring is coming, and we have Passover. After Passover, we have Feast of Unleavened Bread, and somewhere in there we need to do our fruit challenge. What I love about the fruit challenge is it allows us to rest our liver a bit, and we just absorb in fruits, and that's breaking down, and it's cleansing. It's like a breath of fresh water through with a bunch of nutrients you infusing in your body. And that's what we need to do. Sometimes we need to give ourselves one liquid day a week and just rest from the food, because we can't let the mind control us, because the food, it's bad food. If you notice, if you are eating bad food, your thoughts will become bad. If you eat nourishing food, you will feel happier, you'll feel brighter. If you're eating foods that have no nutrition, you'll find you're always hungry. That's empty calories. And that's when you see your body, the parasites say, feed me, feed me. They want you, they crave in food. It's because they need to be fed. And sometimes we need to give that body a rest. We need to give that body a rest. So please get some of these foods, try them out. That jujube, Jujube, that fruit, I found that at Patel Brothers. It's kind of like a date, but very interesting, very good. It's Jujube. And also that longan fruit is very good. Again, beauty foods. And you don't have to eat these every day. But sisters, make sure you're giving it to your husband. Don't just keep it for yourself. Share. And then make sure we're grooming each other. You massage them with your oils. You are making sure that you are both getting linen or your grounding sheet to get the inflammation out. Make your chaga tea. Make your gynostemma tea. Make teas, and you can have your cold tea or your hot tea in the refrigerator. Just make it. Do a smoothie once or twice a week. Make it the way that you want it to be. You choose your beauty strategy, your healthcare strategy, and just do the darn thing. Now, you know the definition of insanity, right? Anybody know the definition of insanity? Anyone? Anyone? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. We don't want to be here in this same spot looking at our bodies, our health, and saying, oh, I've got to do something next year. we want to take action today because nothing is promised. We don't know when our time will be up, when our number will be called. But we do know that we have a powerful God. And I hope and pray that I get to see you at Passover 1 and that you will take some of this to heart because, you know, I'm honored to just be here. I thought I would be gone at the age of 35 because nobody told me. Nobody told me that about this cancer stuff. And now they're saying, oh, cancer is just a parasite. So why aren't we all cleansing? Are we going to wait on that sentence or are we going to do something proactive? It's up to us. So daily, I want you to strive. I want you to thrive. I want you to be purpose driven about your health. Our health is our wealth. We can't turn around and say, oh man, I should have, woulda, coulda. Because I believe in this Bible as it is written. We can digest this and have all the food we need just from what's in here. Or we can eat the foods that nourish us, or we can eat Satan's poison, which most of us have been eating, unbeknownst to us that it was poison. And we can also try new things, new recipes. There's several people out there that take healthy or take the bad food and make it into healthy food. We just need to take a look at that. So I'm not greedy, okay? I'm not greedy. I want to share with you what I know because I feel that that's been one of the gaps in our knowledge. We don't share with our children, our grandchildren, and others. And it's time that we share because knowledge is increasing. We're in that time. And as Esther, who is part of the reason we did a glow up, she got all this pampering, y'all, for 12 months. Can you imagine being pampered 12 months? 12 months. And we only did 31 days. So invest in you. Don't do it for me. Do it for you. Invest in you. Do it for your health. Do it for your household. Because we all need each other, yes. And can you imagine your life or your spouse without your spouse in your life? Can you imagine what that could look like? We don't want to go there. So let's be proactive. Eat the right foods, eat the energetic foods, eat the foods that nourish your temple. Our temple is the temple of the Most High. He gave us this body. There's no one like you. There's nobody else with your fingerprint. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. So let's eat the right foods and do the right things. Let's not let stress get us. Remember the vagus nerve. Remember the reflexology points. Be driven. Let's operate in a purpose-driven state all the way to those pearly gates. We can do it. If we run out of something, use something else. But don't think that you don't have a choice. Every day we wake up, we have a choice. And brothers and sisters, the choice is yours. And with that, I'm out. I love you. I pray that the Most High guide and keep you safe travels to Passover. Please come by Forest Linen's table and give me some hugs and some love. Can't wait to see you. Put a face to the name. And I look forward to seeing you there. Passover, what a beautiful time. The biggest gift the Most High sent his son to give. And we need to rejoice in that. So come happy, come glowed up. And I love you. I truly just love you.
Reaching
To
out to
do
all
about
of
it.
them who are by body parts.
We don't want these body parts.
Share upon your version. Talk some truth in the nation. Them girl I
Listen
love
to the words.
plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves enough for say them a dolly. Them girl I love the plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves so much say them a dolly. Woman a buy spare parts like a automobile. Fantasy world, them girl and no real. Bleach out and look like when them a bomb dead. I must see bride a Chucky Army's Muffet the pig. Pamela get fatter last week she did slim. Get we find out she go buy a rear end. Enough of them look so dark and disgusting. And if you tell them the truth, them get offended. Because them love the plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves enough for say them a dolly. Them girl I love the plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves so much say them a dolly. I must see Barbie and Ken. How I do some men. Righteousness no get endorsed in again. No fire now burn. I want to Capleton. From what day the rest of them a move like shaky men. No mention Christians, cause them no have a plan. See them pan your telly, say them believe the science. No for them don't you a agent of Satan. But back to the target me. Have a hand I must because them love the plastic body. Them no satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves enough for say them a dolly. Them girl I love the plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves so much say them a dolly. Some girl I walk with extension like a Google Chrome. Look good at night but in the day you woulda run. She have on some fake hair and fake nails and fake eyelash. Take a stack is just a fake of that. But from you know you're beautifully, wonderfully made and you're proud. Put your hand in at the ear me while you shout it out loud. Take care of yourself but you know overdo. My girl me just proud of you. Cause you don't need no plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves enough for say them a dolly. Them girl I love the plastic body. Them not satisfied with the body them born with. Them girl I love the plastic body. Idolize themselves so much say them a dolly.